It's time for episode 33 of the Vyral Marketing Show. You are going to learn how to promote an event to get butts in seats. So welcome back to the Vyral Marketing Show, episode 33. I am Frank Klesitz, your host of the show and the CEO and co-founder of Vyral Marketing, where it's our mission at our firm and here on the show to help you attract clients, attract patients, attract customers, attract clients for your professional service or small business by attracting them essentially with educational videos, educational content, video content that answers commonly asked questions. You publish it online, you publish it out to your database, and this will help you attract more business to you so you don't have to chase it, which is the whole philosophy at our firm, is that it's possible to attract business as opposed to chasing it. And if you are interested in how you could do that, it starts by getting yourself on camera, answering some commonly asked questions from customers or clients, and putting them online and sending them to, for most of you, your number one, neglected asset, which is your database. It's your past clients, your centers of influence, maybe even your customers. You may not be communicating with past clients. All those contacts that you have, let's say in your Outlook, your Gmail, your CRM, your Facebook friends, your LinkedIn connections, what are you doing to stay in touch with those people? And if you go to our homepage of our website, getvyral.com, you can download the official video marketing plan that we recommend for you and all of our clients here at Vyral Marketing, which is called the Database Reset. That's how to reset and reconnect with your database. So again, which goes back to the mission of the show, you can attract business as opposed to chase it. So today, you join me because you're interested in learning how to get some butts in seats, how to promote an event. And I want to share with you first, maybe why you wouldn't even think about creating an event. Why would you even want to hold an event, a seminar, a workshop, a meeting, physically getting people together to deliver some content, to bring some training, whatever it may be? Why not just do it all online? All right, why not just do webinars and make videos and your business is magically going to grow? And I'll tell you right now, myself here at Vyral Marketing as a CEO with Marketing Decisions, many of our top clients, many coaching and training firms, and pretty much any of you here watching this, I'm sure in some ways you may have started off where I don't need to do an event. And I understand that. Events are a lot of work. Events take a lot of time. But I will tell you from a human behavior standpoint and understanding people, you want to make sure that you can bring people together and get them excited. And nothing replicates that to get people excited to make a decision for your product or service than getting them in a physical event together. All right. So if you're not holding an event and you're thinking about making that a part of your lead generation strategy, let me first explain to you a general funnel to attract someone to you who wants to hire you. This is a very common funnel with coaching and training organizations. It's very common with if you are recruiting and you want to train and coach people to come work for you. Here's roughly how it works. Let's just start at the very top. The very top of the funnel, you offer a subscription to your newsletter. You offer, come join my Facebook group. It could just be subscribe to my podcast. It could be like us on Facebook. And the whole idea is just someone gives up their email address or gives you access to their Facebook page, their Facebook feed. And it's just permission to communicate. And that's the lead offer. Give me your email address, get in my newsletter, receive my free content. I'm going to help you solve problems. I publish information to help you solve problems. All right. The next offer after that is usually what you'll see is come to an event. I'm holding a free event or I'm holding a paid event, usually some nominal fee that barely breaks you even on the expense of the event. But usually you invite somebody to an event where you can deliver a presentation one-to-many to explain it in a deeper format than what maybe you can do online to solve the problem of your customer or prospect. After the event, there's usually another offer made, the third offer. So after you have this subscribe to your newsletter, come to my event. The third offer would be meet with me one-on-one. If you spent time with me online in my newsletter, if you come to my event, let's do a free consultation or a free strategy call for a one-on-one meeting to see how we can apply what you're learning in my newsletter and to see if we can apply what you're learning from the event specifically to your needs. And then the final offer at the very bottom after you meet with someone one-on-one is for your core product or service. Whatever it is that you do, you make them an offer to give you money and hire you. And what that does, that funnel of basically starting a newsletter, bringing them to an event, from the event you offer a one-on-one consultation, and from the consultation you offer them your core product or service, that is a method of getting people to spend time with you and know who you are to attract, not chase. Does that make sense? And this is opposed to just getting a list of people and just cold calling them. They have no idea who you are, and making them an offer with your primary offer, saying, do you want to hire me? Do you want to hire me? Do you want to hire me? Doing that outbound is this other strategy I share with you. This funnel is a way of doing that where it tracks, not chases. Okay? So what I want you to take away of why you may need to do an event in your process is because you need to get people excited, because people buy and make decisions on emotion and not logic. So if everything online is very logical and you're still not seeing your sales go up, you may need to do an event with some music and some excitement and get people together, because that's what's going to motivate people to buy. That's the reality of an event. So let's move on now. Let's say you actually want to create an event. We have to message it. We have to create it. Now, this is what I challenge you to do. One of the problems I see with people doing events is they're all these random events. It's this random event on this topic, and then I'm going to hold this random event with this guest speaker on this topic, and this other random event with this guest speaker on this topic. Okay? That's not what people want. What people want, and what you want, if I were to hold an event at Vyral, which we're doing, I'll get to that in a second, is you want a meeting where you can come together and take all these random ideas and put it together in a structured plan. And if you offer a 1 hour or a 3 hour, even a 1 day business planning workshop that's designed to help somebody write a plan to solve one of their problems, that's what people want to know. So here at Vyral Marketing, we've actually started a marketing plan workshop. It's a 3 hour event where you can come and we'll actually help you implement, help you write a marketing plan to get more business from your database. And what's important about this event is the event is standardized. It's almost like it's branded, it's trademarked, where the content of the event is just do that event over and over and over and over. It's the same event. And I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. I've been to his Business Mastery. I've been to Unleash the Power Within. I've been to his Date with Destiny. Obviously, he's an amazing speaker, But the events are all the same. It's all rehearsed. An Unleash the Power within event is the same in one location, the other location. It's the same exact thing. So I challenge you to understand you may need an event to get people excited, to bring people together, which is also a great time for people to meet you and spend time with you to request a consultation. But your event should be standardized. If you had to standardize your event to what you talk about in the first 30 minutes, the next part, and so on, where it's the same event you just hold every single month or every quarter, or it's the same exact event that you hold around the country, that can be easily replicated. And eventually you can train instructors to teach the material, because it's not just random. Your instructors are teaching to the standardized material and not from experience. And that's how you scale a message. You can think of it in terms of the church. You write the Bible, the priests teach it, right? It's in many ways what you can do with your event. So anyways, if you want to check out what I mean by an event, you can actually go to our website. And as of right now, we're holding events all across the country in 2018. Click the events page on our website, and you'll see that I came up with the material for the first 30 minutes, to the next 45 minutes, then the following 30 minutes. Wrote exactly what you're going to learn over the course of 3 hours. And that's on the events page. And then I just basically copied over that event many times, all across the country. And I will teach a few of the events recorded until the material gets very standardized and specific to help the audience. And eventually I'll train others to be instructors, where we can scale the events to many of them around the country, if not world. Isn't that cool? So I want you to think in terms of not just some randomness. I want you to think of a standardized core event that goes deeper on how you solve the problem for your customers. Okay? So the next step, if you need to get butts and seats for an event, now you know why you need to do an event, and you kind of know the standardization of maybe a core clinic or a workshop or a seminar that helps people write a plan, is you want to actually pick a venue and actually promote this. There's 2 places you can go to promote your event online. The easiest, Facebook. Go to your Facebook business page, click events, and you can put in the title, date, location for however long it's going to be, and write a description of who is the event for and what problem does it solve and how people should get involved. All right. Little tip, I recommend you set a fee for the tickets, $50, $100, $150. And if you don't think anyone's going to buy them, that's fine. Still put a fee and then offer a free discount code. So it's still free, but you've set the actual value for the event. Does that make sense? And you can go to partners to help promote it and say, give this discount code for a free ticket to your audience. It just adds more to the perceived value of your event. Little tip there. Okay. So you can put the event on your Facebook event page, or if you need a little more robust engine to manage your ticketing, you can use Eventbrite. And that's what we're using here at Vyral Marketing for our Vyral Marketing workshops, specifically for real estate agents that we're holding all over the country. And if you go to our events page, you'll see just the same event repeated multiple times because the message has been documented and the materials will be very prepared and very specific for every single workshop. All right. So that's where you put the event. Now, when it comes to length, I think 3 hours is a good place to start if you're doing your first event, maybe like in the afternoon. You could graduate to doing a 1-day event if you have the material, and you may graduate to a 2 or 3 day event. And who knows, it might turn into some big giant conference. Does that make sense? But let me caution you when you do some events. This is some insight. Make sure that your event stays true to your core message of how you go about solving the problems for your customers. If I'm doing an event for you and you're watching the Vyral Marketing show, I'm not going to bring someone in that just talks about cold calling or whatever, or all the things that that's not really how I want to go about business. That's not my philosophy. That would confuse my audience. You want to make sure that all of the content is very complementary at your event, and it's all following the same philosophy, and it's all on message. For example, I'll use another religious analogy. I wouldn't have someone who's Mormon speaking at Catholicism, right? You want to keep it all in the same message. And I see a lot of times that being messed up where the audience gets very excited, but they have all these different messages being presented to them by all these different speakers. And they're very excited, but they leave incredibly confused because there's lots of different philosophies. Does that make sense? So just keep that in mind when you hold your event. So we talked about why that you might want to consider holding an event, small group, large group, whatever, the message and the offer. We also talked about how to promote it very briefly on Facebook events as well as Eventbrite. And finally, let's just end the show today on how to get some butts in seats, how to actually sell the tickets, okay? Now here is the number one mistake that I see with events. Are you ready? You plan the event, you plan it for maybe a month away, and you start the promotion a month from now for your event. That's a bad idea, all right? I recommend you plan your events well in a year in advance. Like it's almost the same event. Like a lot of these big companies will have their annual conference every single year. And by the time the conference in 2017 is done, they're already selling the conference in 2018. So never break the chain. I recommend you take a look at a calendar year or any year and you decide, okay, we're going to do say 4 events this year or 3 events or whatever it is. And they're very standard events. So they're all planned out. And then you add an events page to your website where people can see the events. They're branded events. There's the same events you basically repeat every single year. And what that allows you to do is to have evergreen promotion. Evergreen is a term in information marketing where it just kind of just stays there and never really changes. The offer for your events is always available on your website. The offer to register for one of your events, no matter when it is in the future, is always available next in one of your emails as a call to action. The offer to check out your events or register for your events is always on your website. It's always on your Facebook page. Does that make sense? So to promote your event, which is why you're here, you need an inbound and an outbound strategy. I briefly touched on the inbound strategy. If you plan all your events out in advance and basically just copy the calendar year over and over and over, all right, you can set up advertising, a little banner ad, let's say on your website, in your emails, on your Facebook page that says register for an event. And the natural traffic and the people who come to your website will always see the events. They can plan well in advance, and your events are constantly being promoted. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's your inbound strategy. The inbound strategy is to set all your events up for the year, put some banner ads, put some advertising on all of your assets online, and just let people know they can register for an event at any time. Okay, just like any other call to action you have in your emails, your website, or anything else. Now, let's talk about the outbound strategy. So hopefully we're going to pray that people find out about your events through, let's say, the viral marketing or the internet marketing that you're doing by people finding you online, promoting stuff to your database, and seeing that you have events available. But you also need to have an outbound strategy. Here's what I recommend. Here's how simple this is. You hire somebody, anybody, okay? You give them a list of people in your database, or you compile a list of people who would be likely prospects to attend your event, and you ask them to reach out every day to a handful. I'd say in a given day, if it's full-time, they could probably reach out to 50 to 80 people a day. All right. And here's the message. This is what they say to that person. This is your assistant doing this because you're not going to have time to do it. Your assistant makes a phone call, and this could also be an email. So the message could be a phone call, and it could also be an email that's sent personally from Gmail to that person. It would go something like this. Hey, so-and-so, Frank Klesitz with Vyral Marketing asked me to reach out to you. He's holding an event in your area, let's say in Denver, November 23rd through 24th. It's at this time. He wanted me to send you an invitation. He'd love for you to come. May I send you an invite? What's your best email address? That's it. That could be a script delivered to the phone, and that can also be an email being sent. Someone will probably reply back, sure, what's this about? The person just says, I'll send you an invite. All right, that's it. Because your calling assistant or your messaging assistant is the messenger, not the message. It makes it very easy to get some messaging out without having to really train people on what to say. All they have to do is reach out to people in your target market and ask permission, can I send you an invitation? So they expect it. Now, all they have to do is just go into Eventbrite in this case, put the person's email address inside Eventbrite, and Eventbrite will kick out an invitation. All the details will be in there because you wrote them all about the event in Eventbrite, and they can buy a ticket. So think about that. Imagine if you can set up a couple events for the whole year up front that are branded, that just replicated over and over and over. So once you do an event and standardized, you already know how to package that event, right? And then you put some call to actions and all the email and Facebook and social media marketing that you're already doing to say, check out our events. And then on top of that, you hire a calling or messaging assistant to reach out to a handful of people every single day, doing nothing more than asking if he or she can send them an invitation to your event. That will get people to show up in a group. And what's so cool about doing events, I want to really, you may not have caught this, is when you're in professional services or really anything, you usually start off one-to-one, right? It's going to somebody at their kitchen table, belly-to-belly selling. Or it's one-to-one calling. It's one-to-one to one-to-one. You're talking to one person, one person, one person, one person. But when you start jumping from one to many, we are doing an event where it's now just an hour of your time, or in this case for the events at Vyral, 3 hours of time, with say 12 people in the room, it leverages you. Does that make sense? And then finally, when you start getting really good, right, beyond just speaking one to many in an in-person setting, start getting yourself on camera and do something like this. And you'll be able to reach one to many people. Does that make sense? So it's just something I want you to think about. In your business, going from one to one to one to many will help you scale and get your message out to more people. So that's how to get butts in seats. Let's review very quickly. I shared with you why you may want to have an event, because people buy an emotion, rationalize a logic, and you got to get them excited and meet you in person. It's human behavior. When webinars came out and live streaming came out, everyone was calling the death of events. Not true. Once you decide you want to have an event, you need to craft a message. What's the problem this event solves? What's it all about? Structure it, trademark it, package it, brand the event. Does that make sense? The event should almost have its own logo. And then once you deliver the event, you can replicate the same event over and over and over and over, and eventually hire instructors to teach the material. Again, where the instructors teach your material, not from experience. That's how you scale. All right? Third, put it up on Facebook events or put it up on Eventbrite. Pretty straightforward. Title of the event, when it's at, how many people, what the venue is, problem solve. And if you want a good template, just go to getvyral.com, click our events, and pretty much just kind of copy what we put together. All right? And then finally, you have to promote the event. We have to get the word out, right? Now that we have this event, we need an inbound and an outbound strategy. Inbound strategy, where people to find it, just make sure you include a call to action in your educational emails that go out, on your website, on your Facebook page, in your social media. Maybe even have people bring it up when they're doing lead follow-up to invite people to an event. Have your sales team bring up and let people know, would you like an invitation to one of our events? Something like that. And then you should also have an outbound strategy, something proactively reaching out to other people. So take a segment of people in your database, or on a list of people in your current database, or just compile or buy a list of prospects, and then hire somebody. You won't have time to do it yourself, and it's really too simple for you to do it yourself. If you're watching this, you have more valuable things you've been doing with your time. You just hire someone to reach out and say, so-and-so asked me to reach out. We're having this event. Here's what it's about. I'm just calling. I'm just emailing you to get your permission if I can send you an invitation. How cool is that? So that's how you promote an event. That's what we do. And if you need help with that and you're interested in getting the word out for your events, we can help you that with here at Vyral Marketing. If you're a client, it's very easy for us to include a call to action for your events on your blog. It's very easy for us to include a call to action in your videos that go out. It's very simple for us to include those call to actions in your emails. Ask us, we'll put it together. And it's also not very hard to help you create an event on your Facebook page or Eventbrite if that's something you're interested in. All right? So that's the show for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this show and you want to watch more, we're on iTunes. Go check out iTunes. You can watch us on there. Obviously, we're also on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. But if you want our newsletter, which I really recommend you get, right? The top of the funnel, like you get you on our newsletter, then maybe to an event, and maybe to a consultation, then maybe to be a client. It's the same funnel if you kind of check that out, right? But if you'd like to subscribe to our newsletter, which is where it all starts, because I want you to spend more time with me. That's the whole point of these videos. Go down to the bottom of our website, subscribe, put your email address, and you'll get the newsletter. If you have any questions, or would like to be a call-in guest on the show, reach out. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have in the show. We'll see you next time.